Okay, so in this video, I want to talk about something that's been on my heart for a really long time, and that is about a helpmate. Somebody that is married, but that is married in a bigger purpose for God. So we're talking about a perspective of a godly relationship, right? And sometimes a godly relationship is not going to be sunshine and rainbows, especially between two people that have a high calling on their life or hear a purpose within them on something bigger, and especially if you have that in your relationship. So, there is going to be a lot of spiritual warfare in that type of a relationship. A lot of energy is going to try to come against that covenant between you and your person, because the enemy cannot stand seeing a woman, especially in the world that we're living in, that has her sole purpose is to help her husband to reach his purpose that he knows that he has to do in this life, whether that be doing music, whether that be being a pastor, whether that be for starting a YouTube channel and leading people to Christ, or whatever it is. It could be like somebody that believes that God's told them to write a book. It's whatever that person has in them that wants to impact society on a bigger level. That person has a calling in God in their life. And so that man needs a helpmate. And that's why God created a woman. She was not there to be self-ambitious. She was there and created, especially in a covenant marriage, especially if you profess God and you claim to be a Christian, your life is not about you. As a woman, this life is not about you. It's not your ambitions. It's how can you help him reach his highest potential in his calling and in his purpose, if he has a purpose. Also, when a man is providing and taking care of his woman, it's not only about her. If the woman is constantly taking and not giving back to him, not pouring back into him what he's given, then something is terribly wrong, because women were not designed to be ambitious above a man. It wasn't about the woman. It's not about her to have everything that she wants. But a good man will provide for his woman, help her with the calling that she has in her, but it has to reflect what's in him, because they're one flesh. It has to be on the same type of wavelength. And while he does that, she will pour back into him. Like, she will give back to him 10 times what he's given into her. And that will ultimately tie in to his purpose, to help him get to what he hears inside of him, between him and God. For me, I really truly believe in the old values. I am not a type of woman that is set for this generation and the way that this world views marriages. I love when a man can go to work and be the provider, be the head of the house. I love that type of a man. I love to feel very feminine. I love to feel very happy when he comes home. I love to be like about my man. I love that. That's the way that I feel is good. But a really true masculine man, he will not mind if his wife just wants to be at home. He will love it. He will love to provide. He will love to take care of her. She is not taking from him. She is given back into him, double of what he's given into her, like making his life a little easier, a lot better, pulling out his greatest qualities, helping encourage him about his gifts and his calling and his talent and his purpose for God. Things like that. My husband, personally with my husband, he has something bigger in him. He knows the same God that I know. He serves the same God that I serve. He knows before he was with me that he had something inside of him that he needed to do between him and God on a bigger level. Not a worldly way, in a bigger way, in a massive way. And God set him to find me. And my type of personality is, I need to be with the person that I'm with. I need to help them get to what they have inside of them. I want to help them achieve that greatness within them, that greatness that God sees within them. I need to be that type of a woman to pull that out of my partner, because I fear God. And if I don't do that, I'm going to be held accountable. That's the healthy fear that I have between my holy creator. And for me, my purpose is my husband's purpose, and we are one flesh. We are together in as one flesh. And I do not have any type of ambitions to do anything to be a boss woman in this life. Like, I have no desire to be that way. My calling on me, my purpose on me is just to share what God has been doing within me, in hopes that some people can relate to it and it can plant goodness. I could put a good frequency into this world that can uplift humanity instead of bringing humanity down. Like Coldplay, there's a lyric, and it's like, are you a part of the disease or are you a part of the cure? You know, I want to be a cure in this life. I want to help this life. And so, like, I have no intentions to climb this ladder to get on top, to be like where everybody is, where they climb, they get the nice, beautiful, big channel, they start changing with money changing them. I don't want that life. I am a simple woman. I don't have the desires that this world has to offer. And the way that God has created me, He will use me to help bring the purpose within my man, my husband, to help him fight against the things that are going to be coming in this world towards him. I'm going to be eyes all over to make sure his path is on the right path, that he fulfills his purpose, that he fulfills his calling, to be patient however long it takes. I believe that it will be manifest, however long it has to take, and it will be on God's divine timing. And I won't give up on that. I will endure forever with that, because I personally know that there's something in him that he has to accomplish here in this life. And like I was saying, that type of relationship is going to be in a war zone, in a battlefield full of landmines, right? Because the darkness knows that those two people know. Darkness knows when two people have something bigger within them that they want to do, when it comes to like putting a frequency out there for the greater good. And so a lot of attacks will come. A lot of things will happen to try to separate that bond, that covenant between those two with God. And it will be even a war within that one of the spouse, that they could be going through a huge battle, a huge war within their whole entire being. And the darkness will use it, if there's weakness in there, to try to self-sabotage that relationship, to destroy that relationship, so that way that person can't reach their highest potential in their calling and in their purpose. That's the ultimate goal from the darkness, is destroy that unit, that bond, so that way that person cannot do the impact that the enemy is afraid that it's going to make in this world against the darker forces, against the dark kingdom. And that's just the way that it is. And those two people are going to be like going through the refining fire with each other. And until it is purified and refined, then that's when huge doors are going to open, big things are going to happen. And that purpose, that calling that they heard on them, on the union of them coming together on what God has got for them, it's going to manifest, and they're going to be at the same frequency, and they're going to be just going all the way. And that's the blessing behind the marriage. But marriage is not easy. It is so hard. It is so difficult. It's so difficult. And it really, really refines people and it prunes people, and it's got like such a beautiful gift in the long term. And especially if those two people put God first in the marriage, where, like, for me, I don't want my husband to love and worship me. I want him to be hungry for God, love God more than me, love God more than our children, love God more than this life, do what he's called you to do. That's the type of woman I am. And that's the type of I'm like that to myself. I want to love God more than anything in this world, because without God, I wouldn't have my husband. Without God, I wouldn't have my children. Without God, I wouldn't have what I have. So it's a no-brainer that you naturally put your Creator above all things. And that's what you have to do in a godly marriage. And like I said, it's not going to be a perfect marriage. It is going to be scary. It's going to be hard, because every force is designed to take you two out. That's the end goal by the darkness, is to take you two out and destroy whatever the future is of that purpose within those two people. And the darkness sure as heck does not like a good woman that will sit there and like build her husband up and try to help her husband to remember what his purpose is, to remember what God has spoken into him, to remember the calling that's on that life. So that's what I wanted to talk about in this video.